Hello, and it's from a book called Blessed Relief, What Christians Can Learn from Buddhists About Suffering. So we have a little bit of everything today. Everything changes. In the summer of 2006, I took part in a retreat unlike any I had made before, contemplative kayaking in the wilderness of Southeast Alaska. The wilderness setting and kayaking format were both new to me. However, it was my first time helping to lead a retreat in the wild. Kurt Helting, who had conceived and led these retreats for almost a decade, had invited me to join him. I settled into my window seat on the morning plane from Seattle to Petersburg, and for a time it looked as though the adjoining seats would be unclaimed. Just before the door to the plane closed, however, a mother, infant, and 4-year-old boy stumbled aboard. They were the only young family on the plane, and I noted that my heart did not leap for joy when they dropped into the seats beside me. A kind passenger offered to hold the infant while the mother got the gears stowed, but as the baby was transferred back, both women uttered, "Uh-oh." The 4-year-old turned to me, and with weary resignation, he observed, "That's a disgusting smell." I said to him, "Partner, you are right about that." His mother gave us both a reproachful look. "Not to worry," I said to myself. "Surely when the fasten seatbelt sign has gone off, Mom would change the baby." But no. This mom was in no rush to remedy the situation. So against this unremitting stance, words to describe it actually fail me, I was getting my first views of Alaska out the airplane window. Mile after mile of mountains with snow, rivers of ice, a vastness with no humans. It was a magnificent view. I was aware of these exceptional sights and this unfortunate smell. Hooked by the thought that the mother ought to get up to change the baby, I resisted what was. I asked myself one of the 4 basic questions from Byron Katie's teachings to check out my assumption. Is this thought true? Should the mother get up to change the baby? However much I might wish it, this clearly wasn't happening. So I tried another one of Katie's recommended questions. Who or what would I be without this thought? What if I didn't believe that this moment should be different, that the present moment was not quite perfect? The smell would still be there, but I'd be enjoying the scenery and not getting all worked up. Or maybe I'd take action and actually ask the mother, "Do you mind changing the baby?" Or I could even offer to change the baby. Somehow, knowing I had options made me feel a little bit less a prisoner on the plane. So, pondering these options, I found another solution. By looking out the window and breathing into my sleeve, the whole situation became quite manageable. And about that time, I became satisfied with that solution. The truth of impermanence came to my rescue, the truth that nothing lasts forever. The mother suddenly lurched out of her seat toward the lavatory in the rear, and the 4-year-old turned to me and said, "My brother just peed on my mom." Babies will do that, won't they?" I said. "They sure will," he nodded knowingly, and on we flew. When we got to Ketchikan, my family flying companions got off the plane. Oh, happy day. And then after waiting for the weather to clear sufficiently for us to land in Petersburg, we took off and were at our destination in a matter of minutes. My friend and co-leader for the trip, Kurt, was waiting at the airport, and we were soon in his skiff. By that afternoon, I was in a sea kayak paddling with him in and out of estuaries. Oh, enormous was the silence of the place. No mechanized sounds, just water sounds, wind sounds, eagle sounds. Breathing out, smile, just breathing, floating, smiling, happy. Nothing else was necessary. But since, as Buddhism teaches us, everything changes, so does the mind with happiness. I found myself wanting just a bit more happiness. Buddhists call this the grasping mind. The grasping mind wanted just more, a little bit more. I wish my son Alex or my wife Kathy could see this. And mind with happiness became mind with improving, so there's a slight bit of resistance to what just was. Paddling that afternoon, when I stopped to pay attention to the improving thought in my mind, I was able to let it be. And in time, it let go of me. Could Alex and Kathy be with me now? No. More to the point, could I be here now? With this question, something inside me shifted. I came back to the feeling of the paddle in my hands, the sound of the paddle in and out of the water, the rhythm of my breathing. I thought of what one of my Buddhist teachers often says, be here now, be someplace else later.